Let's talk about the types of fish you can catch while surf fishing in Alabama. Number 1. Pompano. The most sought after fish in the surf, especially along the Gulf Coast, is the pompano. These colorful sight feeders navigate the beaches in schools looking for food sources like coquina clams, sand fleas, shrimp, crabs, and ghost shrimp. Pompano make the run along the Gulf Coast in the spring and fall when water temps reach 62 to 65 degrees, and start heading north or to deeper water when water temps reach 80 degrees. Although the large schools of pompano relocate during the summer, there are resident schools that stay in the area and can be caught all year round. In Alabama, you can harvest 3 pompano per day with a minimum size limit of 12-inch total length. If you want to purchase some equipment for your trips to the area, then I recommend a reel in the 5,000 size range and a rod between 9 and 12 feet. A shorter rod will be more beneficial if you choose to fish in other applications, but a longer rod will help you with casting distance. Spool your reel with 20-pound braided fishing line and grab a couple hand-tied, locally made pompano leaders. Shrimp, sand fleas, and synthetic baits like fish bites or fish gum are great options for bait. Number 2. Whiting. Although not the biggest fish in the surf, the whiting is amazing table fare with its white, flaky meat. These small fish put up quite a fight on light tackle and make for great family fishing. Like pompano, whiting also eat food sources like coquina clams, shrimp, and sand fleas native to the surf zone. Bring your light tackle 7 to 9 foot rods and target deep pockets of water close to shore called holes. Whiting like to school up in these zones so you can catch them consistently back to back. In Alabama, there is no minimum size limit for whiting, so put a couple in your cooler for dinner. To be successful at catching whiting, downsize your leader to 10-pound fluorocarbon. Use size 4 or 6 circle hooks, and remove flashy pompano floats, and if the bite is slow, remove the beads as well. The key is to use small pieces of clam, shrimp, or sand fleas and completely cover the hook. Number 3. Red drum. Although pompano and whiting are the 2 dominant surf fishing species along the Gulf Coast, it's not that rare to catch a red drum as well. Red drum, or redfish as they are often called, cruise the cuts, rip currents, and the edge of sandbars looking to ambush slower prey. If you want to increase your chances at catching a redfish, my personal favorite times to target them is in the fall and during a moving tide as the sun is rising or setting. During the spring and summer, you can often catch a redfish on your pompano rig, but during the fall run, I like to designate at least one rod to targeting redfish. My preferred method of targeting these fish is to use a Carolina rig with 20 to 30 pound monofilament or fluorocarbon and a solid circle hook size based on bait size. My baits of choice are mullets, sand fleas, crabs, and shrimp, but you can also use bluefish, pinfish, and synthetic baits. In Alabama, you can harvest 3 redfish of 16 to 26 inches a day. You are allowed to harvest 1 fish longer than 26 inches per day, but fish that size often have tough meat filled with worms, so stick to the slot size of 16 to 26 inches. Number 4. Black drum. Although these fish won't win any beauty contests, the big uglies or black drum are another favorite in the surf. Black drum are caught more often in the surf during the winter months when they emerge from their deep holes near structure like bridges and docks to seek out food sources along the beach. Black drum slowly cruise the surf, often close to structure like sandbars, looking for food to scavenge. Clams, shrimp, sand fleas, crabs, and synthetic baits all make great options if you're targeting black drum. In Alabama, there is no size limit, but I recommend you follow the Florida size limit of 14 to 24 inches because like red drum, black drum also have tough meat and worms when they get over the slot size. Number 5. The southern stingray. Although not a target species, the southern stingray is often a bycatch of surf fishing, especially during the warm summer months. There is no limit on southern stingrays, but the edibility is very poor. If you catch and land a stingray, be careful with handling as they do have a barb. Carefully handle the stingray as you work to remove the hook and safely release back into the water. Click the video on your screen to discover how to find the perfect surf fishing spot. or click the second video for a how-to on catching the most popular surf fishing bait.